There's 10, 11. Oh, it's just counting. There's 3. Hot Rod Pap. Hi. How's it going, everybody? Finally got the fire truck in the garage. I'm all bound up on parts and stuff on my other projects, so before I can finish filming any of that, I figure I'd start on something that I already got parts for. We'll see how this goes. Florida. Got 7 of you on here, 8. Or no, there's 48. Oh, nice. Hey everybody, I'm getting the fire truck in the garage so I can look at it. Yeah, maintenance. Yeah, I wish I was putting a 454 in it. Billy's Camaro looks pretty fucking sweet. Oh, pretty sweet. I can't say that. What's up from Florida? Yeah, Billy's Camaro is pretty awesome looking. I haven't seen it in person yet, but yeah, I've seen a couple of videos of his runs down there, so seems to be cooking pretty good. What's up, Maine? Yes, you can. I can build it if I just get the financing straightened out. Well, there's 17 or 68 of you on here. I wasn't sure if anybody's going to be on here at 11 o'clock in the evening, but we're going to see what happened to the 4.3 on the fire truck. I'm always taking a, how come you don't go to the track? Well, I'm usually at the farm or trying to get jobs done there. Or there's a lot. Taking care of Dad. That's another thing. The beans are in, so that's one less thing I have to worry about right now. My Uncle Tim is actually throwing a tractor show here soon, the Outville Power Show. I'd like to shout out for that. I got the sign ready for him. I think I'm going to drop it off for him tomorrow, or he's going to come pick it up. I've had it in the barn and needed to be power washed off, so I got that done. But yeah, they're doing a power show. I think it's next weekend. Yes, we're night owls. Hi from the Indians. What's up, Indians? Dad's doing all right. He's doing better. I've had to kick him in the butt for the last few months, but he's got his ups and downs. Today seemed to be a pretty good day for him. He wasn't so down and out, but it goes from day to day. What's up, Oklahoma? Let's see who else is. I'm dyslexic, so I gotta read this stuff. Man, I imagine the fire truck's gonna get a small block. I actually have two of these. One's a blue step side. It's in the storage. And then I have this one. The blue step side's got Corvette rallies, chrome Corvette rallies on it, and this one's got Kragers. But yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the fire truck. What's up, Texas? New York City. What's up, man? Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've worn it since I was a kid, so it's kind of like a part. I change them up. Sometimes I got ball caps, and sometimes I wear these, but most generally I wear these. What's up, Michigan? Oh, Arkansas, Lower Michigan, Tennessee. Roseville, Ohio. What's up, Roseville? Dem Boys Garage. Oh, Melbourne, Australia. What's up, man? North Kentucky. Kentucky in the house. Jeff Madison? Yeah. Dallas, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee. Thanks. I'm working on trying to make the content a little bit better. I'm always in a rush and hurry and trying to hurry things, so the videos are going to get a little bit better. Plus my editing's been getting better. For the internet. What's up, Georgia? Oklahoma again. Amarillo, Texas. Jacksonville, North Carolina. Bucko in Kentucky. Yeah, we're gonna check out the fire truck here and see what happened to it. I have a feeling the timing chain went out. Actually, hold on. I've actually got a new timing chain for it. And a set of lifters I got off a Chump. I realized when he sold me the one timing chain he sent me was a earlier unit, which these trucks had problems with, and this one has a timing chain tensioner that bolts on. And then here's the new timing chain, which looks way better than the first one he sold me. First one he sold me was just a factory replacement, and it was a cheap design. It didn't come with tensioners, and it was already loose when I put the engine together, but I didn't have this at the time, and I was in a hurry to get the truck running, which is good because my brother blew his Nova up, and I had to, on the test run, I had to go tow his Nova back with it, so it kind of worked out, and it lasted a while, but it finally snapped. So we're gonna try to get this fixed up. That way I don't have to drive that new truck around everywhere all the time. And eventually, yeah, I want to put a V8 in it, but I want to keep the AC, and I don't know, we might put fuel injection in it or use a stock fuel injection. I was kicking around the idea of doing a Vortec, getting a stock 350 for it, Vortec with the injection, and getting a standalone for it, and maybe hooking it up so it looks like a factory 350 S10 with a fuel injection on it. We'll see how that works. I talked to Scott about it. He's got a few of them up there, so he might be able to peel me one off for that. Yes, this one right now is a lack of maintenance. I got to pull wheels off and polish the chrome and try to get it whipped back into shape. And the clear coat's still going bad, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit something with that, but we're gonna work on getting it running first. Williamsburg, Kentucky, Mount Sterling. Yeah, it's a lack of maintenance. I'm only one of me. Carburetor, Bucko. Yes, everything's got a carburetor on it. Sometimes you gotta change things up. We'll see. I don't know if I want to go through all the injection bullshit, but we'll see. The chicken coop. Working on financing for that. I need to get some things. I need to get a front axle for it. I want to get a 4-inch drop. Yeah, I think if I'm running fenders, I think 3 or 4 inches is as low as I can go with the stock frame. So working on that. My biggest thing is if I'm going to build the frame all myself, I needed to get money together for the frame jig and build the frame jig for it. And everywhere I call, they want $500-600 just for the raw material. So I'm trying to weigh it off, because you can buy a chassis for about $2,500. So I'm trying to make things work with videos and stuff. My first idea, in which I had somebody actually donated the boxing plates for a Model A frame. So I have all that, but in order to weld this together, I got to put it on a jig, or otherwise it'll look like a banana, or who knows where it's going to go once I start welding these in. And then the cross members, and I got to decide what cross members I'm going to use for the front, if I'm going to use a stock Model A cross member or a 32 cross member. We'll see about that. But that's where I'm at right there. The body's pretty much ready just to pull off and do what I want. I'm pretty sure I'm going to run fenders on it. So I'm just trying to get things all situated with that. But it's been rough trying to get things with mom gone and dad and the beans, and trying to keep up with everything and keep the bills paid around here, which has been a struggle, but we're getting there. I started getting monetization through YouTube, so that's been helping a little bit, but I gotta again put out more videos. I want to get to some swap meets. Now that the beans are in, I'll try to get out to a few. I wanted to go to Hershey. There was one in Indiana, I think, here not too long ago I wanted to go to, but nothing seems to work out for me right now. But we're getting there. I'm gonna have to force feed the stuff through one way or another. I have to sell something or something is what's gonna happen, probably, just to get going. Yeah, actually we might do one here soon. I got the hit and miss videos. I got Dad's Waterloo. It's a 5 horsepower, and we need to get it up and going. Actually, we've got a whole pile of them that need to be fired up and limbered up and get them moving, and I want to do a video on those. We got the 23T, that's coming. I got the radiator in for that. I got to get started on that because the parade's coming here soon, and he's going to want to get that out. The 600 Ford tractor, I'm waiting on a bearing. Chump better have it in there. I don't know if you're watching, Chump, but you better have my bearing Monday. And then, yeah, so Monday, if that bearing comes in and I can get the input shaft reinstalled in the transmission, we'll be doing a video on assembling the Ford 600 and showing you what happened. And I'm going to do a video down inside the transmission. It doesn't happen very often. The hydraulic line froze and split inside the transmission. It was filling the gearbox full of hydraulic oil. So as you're sitting there and keep running out of hydraulic oil, keep going in, eventually it started pumping it out the shifter. So, and that's going to be an interesting video. I've had a lot of people say they want to see the Ford stuff because there's not very many good videos on the Ford tractors, or even the 600 series on up to the 900 or 2000 series are all pretty much the same, and nobody really does them. So we're going to do one of those. I don't know how interesting it'll be to most people, but we're going to put it out there. The T, it's pretty interesting, but again, that's not everybody's into the old stuff. And I kind of like the hot rods, racing, and the old cars. I think everything's pretty much enjoyable if you just think about it a little bit. I mean, getting in that 23T, it's kind of interesting on how to, I mean, that was a daily operational vehicle for some people. I mean, that's what a guy's job was, to get in that thing and drive it every day to haul stuff. And it's kind of crazy how it is, but There's Chump. Yeah, I love my street rods. I've actually loved street rods for a long time. I've just never been able to afford to put one together because I usually get the car and I get a lot of the parts and then I run out of time to do anything on it. The 36 back here, I want to hold off on it until I get things rolling because it's going to take some time and money, and it's going to be an interesting video. I want to make out a really nice car. It's going to be a quick car, but it's going to be a comfortable car. Yeah, the tea is better than looking up horses' butts all day. Yeah, I agree there. Huh. Well, depending on what goes on, there might be an opportunity to own something from the 20s and the 30s. I don't know what people think about maybe a waffle on an old 29 Model A Ford or not. Two-door sedan. I've been kicking that around. Yeah, these people also have a brass radiator tee they want me to get going. It's a little runabout, a little two-seater. That'll be another one coming up. Sign me up. Yeah, me and Chumpy are going to race each other. If he can stop breaking his 55. So far we've fixed it, and then what he worked on broke, and then we fixed it, and then the fuel lines got screwed up and I had to straighten that out, which they end up turning out pretty good. And then we finally returned it back to Chump, and then Chump broke the starter on it. Now, I was supposed to go over there, but he decided to go over one weekend and he put a starter in himself. So hats off to Chump for actually, well, he put it in. Whether it's going to stay fixed or not, that's a whole nother story. Well, I'm kicking around the idea. I'm going to put something on one of the videos and see how many responses I get to it. I mean, I don't know. I've had mixed reviews on that. Some people say, oh, nobody's going to want it, and other people say everybody would love to have one. So yeah, I'd like to have a Zephyr engine and transmission. Yeah, the 40 rear end. I have a 40 front axle, but I'm looking into that. It's a little wider than what I would like, but we'll see. That's what they used to do, is put a 40 forward front axle with the juice brakes on it. So I have one of those. That was an option, but there's some customization that got to be done because not everybody makes parts to fit that to a Model A. Yeah, he is gimpy. He gimps around all day long. Yeah, I've got one here on the stand. That's another video I got to do. I got to get the pan. Here, let me take this off the stand. I got to get the pan here and get the flathead figured out. I'm going to drop the pan down here and figure out why we ain't got no oil pressure. That's a problem. Oh, he'll probably show up. It'll just be broken when he gets there. Oh, hold on. Put this back in the phone holder. YouTube problems. Yeah, there's oil in it. I put it in there. I was kind of depressed when it didn't have any oil pressure, but it didn't have much to begin with. The Flathead was a 49. Anything I decide to make will run with a big block. It's just got stock heads on the Flathead. It's all completely stock. It was pulled out in 1980? The summer of 80s when he pulled it out. And I have a feeling it's because there was low oil pressure. I'm going to show you the numbers on the heads. Yeah, I don't think there's any. They're just stock 49 heads. I don't think there's anything special about them. Yeah, I'm gonna look into drilling stuff out in it. We gotta figure out why. I'd like to put it. I got another car sitting up there, and I'm not gonna say too much about it, but we might be putting the Flathead in that. Yeah, I think we're still going with the 327 in the chicken coop. I gotta get some, get to talking and see if I can get some sponsors involved. The Mighty Mouse for the win. Here soon, hopefully, I'm gonna get chopping on that thing. Here this next week is gonna be a whole cluster of things to get finished up and moving. The 327's done. It's up there at Bob's. I'll have to talk to my brother about that and see what's going on. It's a 31. It's a 31 Model A Ford. We'll see. I don't know how good Chump is at drag racing, so it might not be that big of a deal. Hell, I could probably put a 283 in it and still spanking. If he goes to shift too hard, he might blow his hip out. And then it'll be like, oh, the shifter came off, my hip flew out. Other than his starter blowing up, that's about it. Yeah, Chump's gonna get force fed, that's for sure. Shots fired. The motorcycle in the background, that's a job I'm doing for a guy. He's a friend of mine, and he lives up actually across the street from Chumpy, and he called me up, wanted to know if I could look at his Harley Davidson because it died on him, and he had some other problems, and I got there, and he wanted me to haul it on a trailer, and I don't much care for hauling. I'm not a motorcycle hauler guy on a car trailer, so I said it'd be better if we just get it running. So I went over and realized his ignition coil actually went bad because I turned the key on while I was testing some things there. Juice started bubbling out of the ignition coil. So well, I ran down to Lancaster and picked him up a new ignition coil, put it in, and had him drive it over here to my house, and he dropped it off. He actually works in Michigan on, I believe it's the, all them fans that they put up in the air for electric. He does the oil changes and stuff on those. So shout out to Len. I know he doesn't watch these, but he's up there changing oil and whatever them Biden fans are. Yeah, my brother needs his chops busted on a daily basis. Yeah, critical speed on Chump's hip or drive shaft. It is a good possibility. The critical speed probably goes off on a daily basis with him. On his hip anyway. Does what run? The motorcycle? Yeah, it does now. I fixed that. Now he needs tires. So I got to figure that out next. He doesn't much care for people touching his motorcycle, so that's why he called me. I guess he just doesn't trust a whole lot of people with his bike, which I can understand. What's up, Michigan? Windmills, yes. He changes oil on windmills. Somebody's got to do it. He's a maintenance guy. No, it didn't die in the corner. It's sitting here. There'll probably be a video on that here this next week. I don't know. I ain't talked to my brother. He's got the 55 over there, and he's got to figure out his irons or what he's doing. Whoa, we got one from Hawaii. Worker chat. Well, I'm getting ready to work. I'm gonna film pulling this S10 apart and seeing what happened to it and see if it actually could be fixed or if it's just done and needs a V8 in it. I'm not doing too bad. Yes, I've got way too many irons in the fire, especially for one person, and help isn't very good. Yeah, me and Mark's gonna race. We're working on that. He's trying to get his hip replaced so he can't. I want him to get his hip replaced so he can't say, "Oh, my hip." I know, the V8. Right now, though. Yeah, Ford motor. I've got a Ford motor. LS swap the fire truck. Oh, God. Come on, guys. Yeah, no LS. That's like a parrot. LS, LS. That's all I hear. Yeah, it's too many projects, not enough money. I'm working on that. I gotta basically get things caught up so I can just start filming and getting some of this stuff done is what I need to do. Big block the fire truck. That's a little excessive in an S10. Yeah, 400 small blocks, supercharge it. I definitely want to do a supercharge on something here soon. I don't know about the smartest brother. If you ask my old lady, I'm about half retarded. As God intended, yes. I've got one of those, a Corvette 327. Yeah. I'd like to do a Hillborn fuel injection one day. That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, I know. He needs to get his hip replaced. 671 on the 3. What am I trying to do? Send the heads to the moon? Yeah. Actually, I've been kicking around the idea of a boat. I do like boats. I've had a few. I think the last one I had was a 73 Marlin and it had a 455 Olds in it. It was pretty fun. ask Tommy what his truck's been pushing. Yeah, there's been a few ideas. I've actually got 2 of these trucks. One's a step side blue, and then this red one here, the fire truck. But I got 200 of you on here. What's up, Arkansas? Oh, I'll have to look through the comments. Some guy trying to give me Flathead stuff. Hey, I'll never turn anything down. Yeah, hit the like button. No, I'm 2 years younger than my brother, and then my little brother was 2 years younger than me, so I'm the middle. But no, he's the oldest one. I might look older from all the gray hair he's put on my head over the years. Him and my father. Dad's doing alright. He has his ups and downs, but we keep him moving. Well, I keep him moving on a daily basis. The motorcycle's a Harley-Davidson Sportster. South Australia. Yeah. Don't give me no ideas. I've already done that to him once, but it's been a while. Putting grease under his door handle, that is. He cries and groans a lot. That's why he acts like an old man. All-time favorite car would probably... I don't know if there isn't actually. I mean, I love my 36. Muscle car-wise, 55 Chevy. I do like the 68 Camaros. They're first-gen Camaros. Those are kind of cool. 72 Chevy pickups. Those are my all-time favorites. And then, you know, a lot of stuff from the 30s. There's a lot of things on there that most people don't even think about. I like a lot of cars, actually. They're all pretty cool. Some of the new stuff, I mean, is kind of cool. I got to keep a wider thought about that stuff, but... Oh, yeah, here. Chump gave me a whole box of rubber chickens to mess with my brother, so I haven't pulled that one yet, but I have rubber chickens everywhere, thanks to Chump. He'll probably figure out a tie strap. He'll probably be thinking he's getting critical speed out of the drive shaft. Not really. There's a lot of junk to tour of mine. Yeah, that would be pretty funny to mess with his brake wires and a horn. Yeah, I'd like to get Dad's 35 out. It's pretty sweet. I got to get my car together. Chump's been breaking his left and right, so I haven't been too stressed about it, but now he's got his running so far. We'll see if he can take it out for a test drive and not break his hip or his car. One of the others. It's kind of like racing a glass chicken. I've got a 350 I could put in it, but I don't know about no 5.3. The Flathead might be going in a Model T. I've got a 1919 Model T that's kind of in pieces. It's a little runabout, kind of like a T-bucket. And I thought about because I'm leaving the chassis together for the Model A, so I thought about taking the Model A engine transmission out, putting the Flathead in it, and then setting a T runabout body on top of that, and just using it as kind of a fun run around racy thing, just to have some fun with. Yeah, there's a 327 and 5.3 LS. LS is not a 327. Yeah, the 350 or the 400. The 327's finished. It's up there at Bob's waiting. Gina's getting me together, so I should hear something this week. I gave a little test run on the drop shipping stuff, and the one shirt that I got, I've had Colleen wash it a bunch of times, and it's starting to peel already. So I'm gonna put a hold on that, and we got to get Gina's thing going, and then I'm gonna probably ship a lot of that stuff out right out of here, like Vicky does. I wish I had a 41 Willys kicking around. Those are like hen's teeth. No, it hasn't been on a dyno yet. I was wanting to put a supercharger on it, but we'll see. I might have to get some sponsors for that right now. What's up, Australia? I curse this chat with. Oh, yeah, they are cheap. I've got some 327 stuff laying around. They just need to be put back together. Now I've got two 327s, two 283s. I had a big block, but I had to give that to Chump because he screwed his engine up. So I'll have to come across another one of those. Yeah, I've seen a few of the fiberglass Willys, and I'm a steel is real kind of guy. Oh, I'm gonna be thumping that 55. Well, I'm gonna get some help on that stuff. So I don't know what else to do because the drop shipping shirts suck, and I don't want to be selling people crappy stuff. Gina's stuff is pretty nice. No, 6L, LQ9, nice. Vicky's got her hands full, trust me, with the baby and everything she's got going on. They've all got their hands full. Thanks. Like my charm, huh? I didn't know I had any. Nice. Yeah, that's coming up. I'm trying to get to the Model A, but like I said, some financing. I might end up having to sell something, but we'll see how that goes. Trying to keep my house at the same time, so bills got kind of out of control and had to get things straightened out and get on some major jobs. I've got some cool jobs coming up. I got a little dozer repair, and I got that Bobcat excavator. Somebody left a strap in it, and the drives would stop working on it. So I got a video of that, of dropping the pan and figuring that out, and I'm gonna put that together and ship it. It's not gonna be, it's gonna be a portion of a video because there's not a lot to that. Yeah, well, Wyatt's getting pretty big. He is a superstar already. Well, shit, it's 12:10, so I better start getting to work on the old fire truck here. I'm gonna get the front of this engine pulled off and figure out what's going on with this timing chain and figure out where we went wrong. I'm pretty sure I have an idea, but either way, I've already paid for this timing chain, and I doubt Chumpy will take it back, so I'm gonna have to use it. So we're gonna see what happened to this thing, because it's interesting, because when I pulled it up to the farm, shut it off, fed the goats, did some things, went to go leave, and it just, like, yeah, I don't know, it just, something happened. Yeah, I'm gonna have this in a video too, so you guys will be able to see what went on here and what I decided to do with it. If the engine's junk, because it was cranking over when the timing chain let loose, and when it did, it just went bang and stopped, so it was kind of scary. Yeah, no warranties. We know, chump. Your warranties are 30 feet or 30 seconds. My brother gets pretty annoying. At least to me, anyway. But I'm gonna have to text Chump, kick him in the nuts, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna get to work on this fire truck and try to get something kicking here. I'll see you guys on the flip side.